All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Show. Now, the Baltimore Ravens have been at work in the past few days looking to upgrade their defense in the hopes of winning the franchise's third Super Bowl championship. Now, recently we saw Baltimore acquire defensive end Calais Campbell from the Jacksonville Jaguars, while they also signed former Los Angeles Rams defensive lineman Michael Brockers. Let's not forget that earlier in this offseason, Baltimore slapped the franchise tag on outside linebacker Matthew Judon. And what that does, this gives Baltimore more depth in their front seven. And why is that important? You look at Baltimore last season. They were the top team in the AFC. And then, of course, unfortunately for their sake, they were one and done in the postseason as they were upset on the road, or at home rather, in the divisional round by the Tennessee Titans. But you look at this Baltimore offense, it's so explosive, led by the reigning NFL MVP and one Lamar Jackson at quarterback. But it's all about having a defense in place to offset what Jackson does, because you know that Jackson is going to lead the Ravens to score some points. You just need to make X amount of stops to do it. And you look at Baltimore's main competition right now in the AFC, and that's going to be the defending world champions in the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs offense is extremely explosive, and I compare them to the Golden State Warriors from a few years ago in the NBA from the standpoint that, you know what? If you're going to go out there and try to outscore Kansas City, you're not going to win, because they are so explosive with what they do with Patrick Mahomes at quarterback and the likes of Tyreek Hill at wide receiver. You have to go out there and limit their opportunities. And we saw it for 3.5 quarters in the Super Bowl from the San Francisco 49ers as far as their defense being able to get the pressure on Patrick Mahomes. But you look at it like this. You have to consistently bring the pressure, and you have to allow your secondary to go out there and cover those explosive Kansas City wide receivers. And on top of that, if you can get that pass rush, and if you can get some guys in the front seven to make some plays coming down the throat of Patrick Mahomes, it's going to give those DBs that extra second or second and a half that they need to go out there and make that play to slow down this Kansas City offense. You look at Baltimore's defense last year, they were 4th in the NFL in yards allowed, while they also had 37 sacks. And I like this Ravens secondary. It's a veteran group with the likes of Earl Thomas, Marlon Humphrey, and Marcus Peters. Now you're beefing up your front seven if you're Baltimore with a guy like Brockers. Calais Campbell will immediately be a leader on this unit. You have some leadership in that secondary with the likes of Earl Thomas. Matt Judon has been there for a while with the Ravens, so he knows the ins and outs. Credit to Ravens general manager Eric DeCosta. This guy, he's worked his way up through the organization for years. He worked and learned at the feet of former Ravens general manager Ozzie Newsome, and now he is doing it himself. He is giving head coach John Harbaugh everything that he needs to bring another title to Baltimore. Like I said, Lamar Jackson is only going to continue to improve as a quarterback, and the Ravens definitely have the talent around him. Now they are putting the pieces together on defense. And I'll tell you like this, the Ravens, credit to them, they're not resting on their laurels. They know that Lamar Jackson is still on his rookie deal, and what they're doing right now, they are loading up on the defensive side of the ball in the hopes of not only getting past Kansas City in 2020, but winning another championship for the Ravens. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Show here on YouTube. If you have not been able to already, please feel free to push the subscribe button and like this podcast right here. I'm going to continue to come out with fresh pieces on different aspects and different sports genres in the world of professional sports. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out, drop a line, and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. And you can also check me out on 300poundsofsportsknowledge.com, where it is indeed the total sports package for the total sports fan. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. Take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.